Shadow of Mumbai, Part 1. By the time the Bentley pulled up outside the crumbling warehouse in Navi Mumbai, the air was thick with tension. The man who stepped out was not your average billionaire. Arjun Malhotra, tech mogul, former Special Forces operative, and the kind of man whose tailored suit could barely contain the storm beneath, adjusted his cufflinks and scanned the perimeter. He wasn't here for business, he was here for blood. The hero Arjun was the kind of man who turned heads without trying. Tall, broad-shouldered, with a jawline sharp enough to cut glass and eyes that held secrets darker than midnight, his empire stretched from Silicon Valley to Singapore, but his heart still beat for the streets of Mumbai. He hadn't forgotten where he came from, or what he owed. Tonight he was chasing a whisper, a woman named Mira. Trouble brews. Mira Desai was a journalist, brave, brilliant, and too stubborn for her own good. She'd uncovered a trafficking ring run by the Dhanraj Syndicate, one of the most brutal gangs in the city. She'd gone off the grid 2 days ago, and the only clue was a shaky voicemail left on Arjun's private line. That was all he needed. The warehouse. Inside, the gangsters were celebrating. Loud music, cheap whiskey, and the kind of laughter that made your skin crawl. Mira was tied to a chair, bruised but defiant, her eyes locked onto the door as it creaked open. Arjun stepped in like a storm. No backup, no hesitation. "Let her go," he said, voice calm as steel. The room fell silent. Then chaos erupted. The fight. 3 men lunged. Arjun moved like a panther, fluid, lethal. A roundhouse kick sent one flying into a stack of crates. Another swung a pipe. Arjun ducked, grabbed his wrist, and twisted until bone cracked. The third pulled a gun. Too slow. Arjun disarmed him in a blink, flipped the weapon, and fired a warning shot into the ceiling. Dust rained down. The rest of the gang froze. "I said," he growled, "let her go." Mira's eyes. They hadn't seen each other in years, not since the night she walked away, choosing truth over love. But now, as Arjun cut her ropes and lifted her gently to her feet, the silence between them spoke volumes. "You came," she whispered. "I always will."